grateful to them because they pushed the book up to #1 on Amazon. And secondly, I'm not surprised. I mean, for them, any criticism is always poisonous and damaging, and particularly from me. But I can assure you it's very well sourced from the person who heard it from the Queen's mouth. And it's true. I mean, that's the point. It is actually, unfortunately, true at the time.
Meghan Markle is seriously spiraling right now because the one thing she's been dodging for months just hit her full force. Tom Bower's new book, Betrayal, just shot straight to #1 on Amazon, and people can't stop talking about it. It's blowing up fast and turning into one of the most read and discussed books on the platform right now, and the attention is getting louder by the minute. This is clearly not how Meghan Markle wanted things to play out, and reports are saying she's beyond upset with how everything is unfolding. The big question everyone keeps asking now is, what move does Meghan make next? How do you respond when a book you tried to shut down is now grabbing global attention and climbing fast? Meghan already pushed back hard, claiming the book is full of lies, and she's been saying that ever since the first excerpt popped up online. She called Tom Bower's Betrayal unreliable, and even went as far as to label it packed with conspiracy theories, trying to get people to doubt it before it even took off. But here's where it gets messy, because for Meghan, this situation isn't slowing down at all. Tom Bower is known for backing his work with sources he presents as credible, and that's making the conversation even louder as more people start digging into the claims. The biggest mistake Meghan made wasn't just going after the book. She also went straight at Tom Bower himself, and that move is getting a lot of attention. Instead of keeping it focused on the claims, she took it a step further and made it personal. She even released a statement calling the book a deranged conspiracy, and that bold label only made more people curious about what's inside. However, Tom Bower has made it very clear that his work is deeply researched, carefully sourced, and built on years of investigation.
True. I mean, that's the point. It is actually, unfortunately, true at the time.
Made a career out of constructing ever more elaborate theories about people he does not know and has never met. Those interested in facts will look elsewhere. Those seeking deranged conspiracy and melodrama know exactly where to find him.
Instead of backing off when the criticism hit, he stepped forward with confidence and handled it without showing anger. In interviews, he came across calm, almost amused, like he knew exactly how this would play out. Bower even said openly that he was grateful for the backlash coming from Meghan Markle's camp, and that caught a lot of people off guard. He understood the game because controversy sparks curiosity, and curiosity turns into sales. What was supposed to hurt the book ended up flipping the script completely and acting like free promotion, pushing even more people to check it out. According to Bower, when powerful figures speak out against his work, it often turns into the best kind of promotion an author could ever ask for. He explained that the more public the criticism is, the more curious people become, and that curiosity pulls readers in fast. People start wondering what all the noise is about, and that attention only keeps growing. For him, Meghan Markle's reaction came off like a hidden advantage, almost like a gift in disguise that pushed the spotlight even brighter onto the book. And it showed quickly, because within just 2 days of release, Betrayal shot up the charts and landed straight at the #1 spot on Amazon. Bower even suggested that the more Meghan and Harry speak out against the book, the stronger it performs in the market. And that idea is turning heads. In his view, every public denial only adds more attention and makes people even more curious to see what's inside. He even joked about it, saying that all the outrage keeps his bank account smiling, which says a lot about how he sees the situation playing out. What Meghan Markle likely meant as damage. Control has ended up doing the exact opposite and pushing the book to even greater success. After newspaper features, media debates, and non-stop discussion online, Betrayal quickly became impossible to ignore. The buzz kept building, and the book climbed Amazon's charts so fast that it reportedly became one of the first titles people saw when they logged in. That kind of visibility doesn't happen quietly, and it shows just how much attention this situation pulled in. Bower even compared it to past moments where celebrity backlash and legal drama ended up boosting his earlier books in a similar way. His message was clear and direct: royal outrage equals free publicity, and he's standing by that point. According to him, the couple's post-royal strategy hasn't brought the stability or success they were expecting, and this moment is only adding more pressure to that narrative. Bauer argues that after stepping away from royal duties,
narrative. They don't like people writing about them without their permission. In desperation, and then now, what is fascinating about them is, of course, because they are global celebrities and because of the effect they have on the royal family and on Britain, that what is the story of the last 5 years? And that I tell, whether it's in Colombia or Nigeria, the writing of Spare, the making of the Netflix series, all this is inside stuff about two very, very interesting people who are products of their viewing figures. I think there's something like number 3,000 on Netflix's most popular programs.
At the same time, ongoing legal battles over security protection are adding even more pressure to the situation, and it's not a small issue at all. These disputes keep dragging on, bringing both financial and public attention with them. Without royal funding, security costs are reported to reach into the millions each year, forcing the couple to cover those expenses on their own. According to Bauer, those rising costs are stacking up fast and adding serious strain behind the scenes, making everything even more intense. He claims this outcome is nowhere near what Meghan Markle originally had in mind, and that gap is becoming harder to ignore. The plan was to keep that global prestige while also gaining full financial freedom, a powerful mix that sounded solid at the time. But keeping royal-level visibility without the royal structure backing it has turned out to be much harder than expected. Bauer suggests their influence and financial momentum may be slowly declining, which is pushing them into a constant search for ways to stay relevant and keep the spotlight from fading. There are claims suggesting Meghan may now be looking for a way out, as some believe Prince Harry has changed into someone she didn't originally expect, and that idea is getting people talking. According to Tom Bauer, there's speculation that she could eventually move on and end up with someone even wealthier, which adds another layer of drama to the situation. Bauer also pointed to her past relationship with Trevor Engelson, saying that she reportedly returned her wedding ring when that relationship ended and she began seeing Prince Harry.
Well, they spend a fortune, not least on security, but their huge mansion in Montecito in California. That Meghan has huge ambition. She is a very resilient, attractive woman to look at, and because of the mystery. But actually, there's a lack of talent. She wasn't a great actress. She's not a great television performer. She was terrific at dishing the dirt.
Making calculated international moves, and it's all part of a bigger strategy. There have been reports of diplomatic-style appearances and carefully planned travel meant to boost their global image and get them back into the spotlight. One planned visit linked to Jordan was reportedly cut short due to regional instability, which disrupted those plans fast. Not long after that, the focus quickly shifted toward Australia, showing how the strategy keeps adjusting as they try to regain momentum. According to Bauer, Australia carries real symbolic weight because past royal tours there were met with huge public excitement and non-stop attention. That history makes it a key location if the goal is to recreate that same kind of energy and support. The strategy seems to focus on trying to capture that earlier success again. But the reaction today is not looking the same at all. Reports say petitions opposing their visit picked up serious traction, and critics started questioning whether taxpayer resources should be tied to their presence, which only adds more tension to the situation. Bauer alleges that the couple now sees their royal connection as their strongest remaining asset, and that realization is shaping their next moves. According to him, that link still holds major value when it comes to public attention and influence. He claims their ideal scenario would be a public return to Britain, standing alongside King Charles III in a powerful moment of reconciliation that could shift the narrative. That kind of appearance could rebuild credibility and spark a fresh wave of public interest almost instantly. He ties this theory directly to Prince Harry's announcement that a future Invictus Games could be held in the United Kingdom, and that detail is raising eyebrows. Hosting the event there could open the door for royal involvement and potentially bring senior members of the royal family into the spotlight alongside them. That kind of setting would create strong reconciliation imagery, the kind that grabs headlines fast and shifts public perception. Standing side by side at a major event like that could rebuild status and boost relevance through renewed association with the monarchy, which is exactly the angle Bauer is pointing to. However, Bauer warns that this plan could face serious complications, and it's not something that can be ignored. He points out that the participation of Israeli competitors, especially during ongoing geopolitical tensions, could spark protests and stir up major political controversy around the event.
The dirt or her dirt on the royal family and she's reached the end of the road. Well, I think you do have a photograph taken with
Oh, right.
They say that most of the people applying for the tickets are journalists. Admire what they're doing in Dusseldorf because they have wrecked with all their lies. The lies on Oprah Winfrey, the lies in Spare, the lies that Harry said in his interviews about his father and his brother.
Story of decline and of desperate attempts to pose.
They've barely even finished the swimming pool,
Right.
so it's a complete sort of building site.
So they're basically going there probably on the pay of the people who've developed the wellness centre
Yeah.
to bring some publicity to the wellness centre so they can do some business. I bet you that's what it is.
And that claim is getting attention. He argues that the Duchess title has become increasingly tied to business ventures and high-end appearances, which adds another layer to the ongoing debate. He even pointed to her planned Australian wellness retreat, where reports claimed expensive tickets were being sold to people hoping for a chance to interact with Meghan directly. And that detail only fueled more discussion around the situation. Reports surrounding that retreat have started raising serious concerns, and the situation is getting more attention. There have been questions about venue issues, hotel arrangements, and even environmental problems impacting nearby beaches, which adds more uncertainty to the whole plan. People are now wondering if the event can actually run smoothly, especially with tickets already being sold and expectations building fast, and that tension is making everything feel even more unpredictable. When talking about reconciliation, Bauer claims Prince William is firmly against reopening any kind of family negotiations, and that stance could shut everything down fast. According to him, William may even block any attempt at a reunion, pointing to what he describes as a deep and possibly lasting divide within the royal family. Bauer also brought up earlier tensions between the brothers, including claims of a disagreement not long after Harry and Meghan returned from their honeymoon, which has been widely discussed. He mentioned reports of a tense family meeting where Meghan allegedly confronted Prince William, adding another layer to the ongoing narrative around their strained relationship. According to Bauer, moments like these played a role in breaking the trust that once existed between the brothers, and that damage may not be easy to repair at all. Despite stepping away from royal life at a time when they had massive global attention, including the success of Harry's memoir and non-stop media coverage.
In balance now, depends how they behave. If she exploits the royal title in Australia and starts monetizing the way that Sarah Ferguson did, I think that's the end for her.
He describes their journey as a move from royal prestige into what he frames as commercial survival, and that contrast is getting people talking. At the same time, speculation keeps growing around the future of their royal titles, which adds even more tension to the situation. While King Charles may prefer to avoid direct conflict, Bauer suggests that once Prince William takes the throne, tougher decisions could be made. When it comes to the continued use of royal titles outside official duties, that debate is far from over and could become a major issue down the line. Bauer says that even with all the public criticism coming her way, Meghan has managed to keep her true emotions tightly controlled, and that's something he finds notable. On the surface, she appears calm and composed, but he believes there's a very different story playing out behind closed doors. According to him, there could be real pressure, worry, and frustration building in private, and he points to her planned trip to Australia as a strategic move to reshape her public image. He sees it as a calculated step, not just a visit, but an attempt to shift the narrative and regain control of how she's perceived. For Bauer, the title betrayal reflects what he believes is the core of the entire situation, and he doesn't hold back on that view. He argues that Harry and Meghan went against royal expectations, public trust, and long-standing traditions, and are now dealing with the long-term fallout of those choices. At the same time, he warns that Meghan Markle still holds major influence and shouldn't be underestimated. According to him, the idea of a future tell-all memoir remains one of the biggest potential challenges to the monarchy, keeping tensions high and the stakes even higher. Ironically, Meghan Markle's attempt to challenge and discredit the book may have pushed it even higher, helping it climb straight to the #1 spot on Amazon. What was meant to slow things down seems to have done the exact opposite and brought even more attention to it. But Tom Bauer has also raised concerns about what could come next, and this is where things get even more intense. He suggested that Meghan might respond with a book of her own, and he questioned whether her version would be fully accurate, which adds another layer of controversy to the situation. So that's how Tom Bauer's betrayal surged to the top and became one of the most talked about releases right now. Do you think Meghan regrets calling the book a deranged conspiracy? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.